needs to be spending the money elsewhere. She's definitely not a threat to anybody else just because she came to Colorado and got this miracle in a bottle. And let's talk about this miracle in a bottle. Let's talk about this pot oil. Okay. I've mentioned that it is a concentrate, right? So concentrate, 710. And so if you ask why 710? Why is 710 the numbers for concentrate? All right. So what you do, write down 710 with the 7 on top, right below it, the 1, right below the 1, write the 0. Now, when you do that, flip it over, and what do you see? You're going to see the word oil. Just try it out. See if you see it. Let me know. Hit me up on my Facebook page, 710 Radio. Hit me up in my email, moth22.9@gmail.com, man. Hit me up on the website, moth229.com. You're probably wondering, what's this moth? Well, moth is actually an acronym. An acronym for medicine of the herb. Because, to me, the cannabis plant is an herb. It's not a weed. It's not a drug. It's an herb. It's the tree of life. So, to me, it is a given to me by my Creator above, for one and all. So, but anyways, let's get back to this pot oil miracle in a bottle cure. All right, so I just told you about what the 710. Flip it over, and you're gonna see the word oil. Now, there's another article. The article is from leafly.com. leafly.com. Let me see. /knowledge-center/cannabis101 / the great wide world of cannabis concentrates. So, this is the article. Concentrate is becoming an ambiguous word in the cannabis industry. It could refer to the wax you vaporize, the tincture under your tongue, or the orally administered THC-free oil that's changing attitudes towards cannabis everywhere. The future of cannabis is steering towards these potent concentrated forms, especially as the therapeutic potential of non-smoking methods is realized by the public. Under the umbrella of cannabis concentrates falls any product procured through the extraction process. Solvents, butane, CO2, ethanol, let me see, there's Everclear, grapeseed oil, which strip compounds from the cannabis plant, leaving behind a product with cannabinoids packed in every drop. Some types of extracts test as high as 80% in THC, while others rich in non-psychoactive compounds like CBD deliver an altogether high-less experience. Deliver an altogether high-less experience. Okay. I just had to read that again. So, the list of cannabis concentrates is by no means exhaustive, but it will introduce you to some of the most common extracts found in today's market. So, number 1, hash. One of the oldest players in the cannabis game is hash. a concentrate made by compression of the plant's resin, the powdery keef that coats your cannabis flowers. It can be collected and pressed together to form hash, or solvents like ice water or ethanol may be used, although I wouldn't call ice water a solvent. But okay, or ethanol may be used to more effectively strip the plant of their cannabinoid-loaded crystals. Though not as potent as BHO, the other cannabis concentrates, hash remains a staple of the cannabis culture around the world. Well, it definitely is the oldest known to man. And, there's scriptures from before Christ about this stuff. So, 5,000 BC scriptures. So, it's definitely been around a long, long time. Alright, your next one is BHO, which, when people talk about BHO, they're talking about butane hash oil. So, when you think of a oh, excuse me, I just got the burps here. But when you think of when you think of marijuana, would you think of butane? Is that something that you're gonna think of right away? I mean, would you even put that in the same sentence when you think of marijuana? Well, you know what? BHO is it's hot here in Colorado right now. BHO in the concentrate world is hot. Man, let me tell you, people are coming in and trying to be the next extract artist. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good ones out there, but there's me being in 710 radio, the home of the cannabis concentrate radio station. That's what it's all about here. People come up to me all the time and say, "Oh, Rick, man, I want you to try this out, man. I got the fire, I got the best, man." And I'm telling you, I'll take a hit and I'm going, "Oh shit, guys, man. Oh no." I have to be honest with people because I do, since my radio station is about the concentrates, and I'm a concentrate cup winner myself, along with my partner. We went in and we won the Colorado X Cup with our shatter called Super Bitch, and we walked out of there with 3 first places and 2 second places off of that one wax, Super Bitch. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what good wax is. I know what mediocre wax is, and I definitely know what crap wax is. And I've pretty much made it a rule that, if you haven't been in Colorado in the game for a little while, I more than likely will not try your wax. So, I respect my lungs, and I respect my my insides, and if you haven't been in this game long enough and you're just learning how to make oil, I don't know, man. Those people make me nervous, man. So, I don't just try any oil, but, I do like to try oils. I like to try people's creations, man, because some of them will get creative. But, let me march on with this story now. BHO, or butane hash oil, is an extremely potent concentrate, popularly consumed for dabbing and other vaporization methods. Cannabinoids are drawn out of the plant through butane extraction, which leaves behind a wax that will either maintain its sticky consistency or harden up, resulting in a crumbly honeycomb or a glass-like shatter. Because its THC content stretches up to the 80%, BHO is a popular remedy for chronic pain and other intractable symptoms. Always be sure that your oil is lab tested for purity, as improperly purged BHO may contain traces of butane. Now, that is true, because not everybody knows how to remove butane from the oil. Butane, although you may see it evaporate where you think it's 100% out of there are still those trace mineral or trace butane compounds in the oil that you can't see with your eye. But when it comes to your lungs, your heart, your respiratory system, it doesn't take much to mess those systems up. And let me tell you what, you mess those systems up, and that is expensive, my friends, especially, when it is associated with death, it becomes very expensive. So, trust me, people need to be very careful, man, because you can tell when there's butane in the oil, man, because there's a tingle in the back of your throat, a tingle in your nose, you get a headache, and it's just the high, the butane high. I don't like a butane high. I want an oil high. I want a clean. I'm an oil snob. I want clean oil. I expect clean oil. So, learn your process if you're going to do it. But, we're going to have to talk about that, because that's another story, about doing the process. Because, like here in Colorado, home blasting has been banned. So now you take a risk going to prison. Is it worth that to you? I don't know. There's always that, leaving it to the professionals. Get with somebody that knows what they're doing, that can teach you maybe. But I don't know. So the next one on the list is CO2 oil. This is kind of one of my least favorite here. This is just my opinion only. To each their own. The one thing I love about the marijuana industry is that it is not a one-size-all-fits industry. And, this is just, CO2 oil is not my favorite. So, but, hey. Alright, so, CO2 oil. Hot on the market is CO2 oil, a concentrate made possible by expensive botanical extractors that use pressure and carbon dioxide to separate plant material. This method, called supercritical fluid extraction, is one of the most effective ways of reducing cannabis to its essential compounds. The amber oil that it produces can be vaporized in a variety of ways, one of the most popular being portable vaporizer pens. Among the industry's bestseller are disposable cartridges containing CO2 oil and a medical-grade solvent called polypropylene glycol, which gives the oil its liquid consistency. Okay. What can I say about the CO2? Well, I don't know. Guys, you're going to have to test it out for yourself, man, and see if you like it or not. I wouldn't say, I don't like it because I heard this guy said that he didn't like it. Like I said, everybody's got different tastes, different strokes for different folks, man. So, I suggest you try it all out. and see which